Ooh, hello everyone. Just a little dark. Do I need to brighten this up? This is Super Sunday. If those of you who don't know, this is the EPL's final game of the season. We've got all the games playing at once. We've got some big action going for the top four race. Manchester City's already clinched the title, but we've got Liverpool, Leicester, and Chelsea all within a point for this last four race, and it's coming down to this last game. If everyone wins, it'll be Chelsea in third and Liverpool in fourth on goal differential. Yeah, so what's up? I'm going to go brighten up this camera, I think. Let's see what the other camera looks like. Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Oh, we got Craig Dulesky in the chat. He says he's hanging out by the pool. Oh, I didn't switch the cam. There we go. Now I'll switch the camera to this one, which is Papa G a little bit closer. What do y'all think about that? Y'all like this camera too? Nice little creamy background. Yeah, I'm super narcissistic today, and I felt like you guys needed two different cameras of me. I got the Chelsea-Aston Villa game on the right, which we're 3 minutes and 30 seconds in, and then I've got the Tottenham-Leicester City game on the left. So, yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. Kreger says he loves the close-up on Papa. Maybe I tilt down a little bit, but also maybe it's good. I don't know. It's just me in the studio today. No one else wants to come hang out with me and watch soccer, but I'm glad that you guys are with me, and we're hanging out. I got some Killcliff, little Killcliff Ignite, the Smashing Citrus. Pretty good. Honestly, it's giving me a little pep this morning. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw me brewing some Black Rifle coffee. All right, Chelsea passing back to their keeper, just to give a little heads up on what's going on. Antonio Rudiger. Oh, looks like Jorginho's down. Took him out real quick. Honestly, everyone thinks that Leicester and Liverpool are both going to win, and the Chelsea-Aston Villa game is the only one that's toss-up. Jack Grealish is back healthy now, so hopefully he wants to put in a performance, a good little shift in front of the fans. I think we've got like 8,000 people in the fans today. Oh, there's a little elbow back in Jorginho. I'm going to switch to this camera and then go brighten it up for a sec. All right, your boy is back. And we got double game action going on right now. Let's pull up some of these lineups, too, while we're at it. It's nice to have the little iPad here, a little switching, a little camera switching, a little information lookup, too. Actually, I want the laptop. Yeah. Giorgio wants all the things. He likes all the things. He just wants more things to touch during the show. So, un momento, por favor. There we go. As I always like to say, oop, that's a terrible noise. The more things you can touch in the office and in the bedroom, the better. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and bring up gold.com real quick. They are not a sponsor of this show. I just lazily always use them. And we're going to go ahead and bring up some of these team sheets. Do-do-do-do. Diddle-do-do. There we go. Alrighty. Chelsea with 64% possession already. Go figure. All right, so we got the front three of Timo Werner, Christian Pulisic, and Mason Mount. So this is our typical 3-4-3 formation that we've kind of been doing since Tuchel took over. It's nice to see Thiago Silva in the middle, in between Reece James and Antonio Rudiger. It's interesting to see Reece James here. So I think he is in part of the back three to really marshal Grealish, because if Grealish gets away from Silva, he's really got some trickery and some pace. So I think, Reece needs to run back and kind of take advantage of him. It really weakens that right side attack, though, because Azpilicueta doesn't really have a cross. great one-on-one defender, but playing that right wing back position, you're more in the midfield / attacking third. And he pops up with some goals every now and again. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see like a late run from him, or a, something in the 90th minute to clinch top four for us. But here we go. We get the ball with Chilwell down the left. He had tried to play a little 1-2 with Christian Pulisic there, but got lost. Interesting to see Pulisic on the right and Mount on the left. So I don't know if they want Pulisic coming in and taking shots instead of staying wide. There we go. Nice little work from Chelsea. Rudiger runs up, collects that ball. Back to Chilwell. Second cross in, high up to Mason Mount. Mason Mount, let's fly, but deflected out wide. And is it going to run out of play? No. Aston Villa save it and boot it upfield. And it looks like Thiago Silva will head that back to Mendy. Mendy picks it up, throwing it out to Ruger. Hopefully start another attack. Kovacic looks really lost here. Almost gives the ball away, slips up a little bit. He was injured for about the last month and is kind of back to full fitness now. I'm glad to see him starting, though, to get some of that match sharpness in case he needs to come in during the Champions League final. I kind of knew N'Golo Kante was going to be rested here. He pulled up pretty early in that game against Leicester City last game. Ended up being substituted off in the 30th minute. He says he didn't tear his hamstring, though. He just kind of felt it. He could tear it, so he ended up taking himself off pretty early. Azpilicueta over to Mount. Mount crossing in. Aston Villa heading that away. They're playing a real deep block here. I think they're just here to stifle Chelsea and then get the ball to Grealish on the break. Over here in the Tottenham-Leicester game, looks like, Leicester putting some work on Tottenham early, really controlling the ball. Real tricky play. And close to Vardy with a little glancing header to Madison to Vardy. That's a good combination to look for. I think you probably have another year left in Jamie Vardy before you see him kind of dwindle quite a bit. Let's see what's going on in this chat. AJ Gamble says, put the name of the game or teams or squads. Well, we're watching all the games. All the games happen at once today, and I'm watching the Aston Villa Chelsea game on the left and the Tottenham Leicester City game on the right. If you were in the chat at the start of the stream, you would understand because I already talked about this. But I still love you, AJ, and it's okay that you're late. You can make your love up to me somehow. Kayla White says, where's the retired old guy? That could mean many different things. Titanum Uranus says, I don't know what language he's speaking right now. Nathan Loft says, did I watch the fights yesterday? No, yesterday I cleaned my apartment all day and nursed a little hangover. What was it? Friday. Papa took half of Friday off to go photograph this wedding with a friend of his. And afterwards, he went out to Rainy Street with a bunch of people who had just graduated college. And he forgot how dumb young, recently graduated college girls were. And what's bad is they've already gained all the weight from drinking all through college, but they're just as dumb as the kids who are in college. So I had a great time. Let's just put it that way. I'm sure you guys would rather hear about my sexual escapades than this soccer match anyway. But we're watching soccer, and we're on the DB Sports channel, and I can say all of these crazy, disgusting things, and we'll probably still stay monetized. All right. Chilwell on the left at the top of the box. Over to Pulisic, back to Chilwell. Back to Pulisic. Pulisic's floating left now. He's starting on the right, and he came all the way left. I think he's trying to link up with the Werner and Chilwell with some 1-2s over at the top left of the box. Tuchel is screaming on the touchline because I think players are running into each other. They're not looking crisp right now. They're not looking sharp. But we have a corner here. And for those of you who don't know, that means we get to put the ball. That means it went out of bounds but not in the goal on the back of the line. And then one of our teammates gets to kick it in. So Reece James with the cross in, deflected away. Are we going to get the second ball? Mason Mount picks it up on the right at the top, puts in that second ball. Oh, Aston Villa have been just dominating us inside their box. They're clearing everything that we're putting in right now. And this is what's been kind of the story of this new formation of this Chelsea is they can't break teams down when they sit deep. I do like Reece James here picking that ball up and then running into the midfield as like another midfielder, another defensive midfielder in front of the other back two, shielding them. Okay, ball out here to the right again. And Azpilicueta late. Oh, bounced around, but it fell to Chilwell. He has to turn and play it back out to Kovacic. AJ Gamble's talking about an infinity pool. What kind of infinity pool we got going on here? I'm a big fan. So, picks or it didn't happen. Craig, I'm going to need you to DM me some pics of that infinity pool. I'm going to put them on air for everybody right now. I also have big news. If you guys stay to the second half of this stream, I'm going to announce some really big news. If y'all are fans of crypto or stocks, there will be a new show starting. It's half podcast, half game show. Papa is going to match every dollar donated. But I'll talk about that later. I'm not going to tease that anymore. All right. Still 0-0 in the Tottenham-Leicester game, 0-0 in the Aston Villa. We can check the live scores from across the boards. And it looks like Manchester City are up 1-0 against Everton. Kevin De Bruyne, 2-0 Gabriel Jesus. This is a riot. They're going to put up a bunch. Rosie Cox says, digging the early shows. Thank you. We're trying to bring you more and more programming here. There will be some cooking shows or food-related shows that are starting up. Similar to the way we've done the Drinking Bros history, a little bit more themed. Ooh, that was nice. Ben Chilwell's still putting in really good balls. Like he's picking up everything. All right, so Timo Werner gets it out here, beats me on the first step, puts it in, and then I think Mason could have caught that a little bit better, but that was still pretty nice. AJ Gamble says crypto is doing great. Crypto is in the toilet, but there is no better time to get in, and we'll discuss that. Probably one of the first shows. All right, Bertrand Traore with a bursting run down the left, and then not really testing Mendy, but he's got some pace. Bertrand Traore is a former Chelsea youth. I believe he's from the Ivory Coast, if memory serves me correctly. Played for Chelsea, I think, through the ages of 14 to 17 before going out, member of the Lone Army. Chelsea buy a lot of young prospects from South America and Africa and then send them out on loan to different countries to try to get first-team football and develop as players. And then hopefully they'll be worth a lot of money one day. Okay, Christian Pulisic dribbling down the middle. Oh, this is where we need Giroud. Connects with Mount, but they just run into traffic into two big central defenders. We need someone like Giroud or Tammy to body up, hold that ball up, play the quick 1-2, let them run past. We're missing someone like that. We're missing someone like Juan Mata who can play a little chipped ball, a little dinked ball over an outstretched leg. This Chelsea is real rigid, real machine-like, not as much creativity. It's been wonderful in defense. Like we stopped the bleeding goals that was happening during under Frank Lampard. Ooh, and big goal for Leicester City right there. It looks like. Is that? Let me check this replay. Jamie Vardy from the spot and slots it home. Jamie Vardy. Too bad his English career never really took off. And it looks like Man U have just gone up 1-0 against Wolves as well. So Man U have pretty much clinched second, or they have clinched second place. Manchester City in first, and now third and fourth still up for grabs. Liverpool Crystal Palace is 0-0. Leicester City Tottenham 1-0 to the Foxes. And then Chelsea have a free kick here. Reece James in swinging free kick, bouncing around, falls to Timo Werner. Timo Werner plays it back out to Mason Mount. Mason Mount, oh, hard shot from outside the box. And that's what he needs to be the next Frank Lampard. He needs that shot from outside the box into the top corner. Ooh, I mean, it was hard, but directly at the keeper. So honestly, pretty easy stop for the Aston Villa keeper Martinez. Ooh, Kovacic running back to get the ball back in the midfield. No foul. Sliding tackle from behind, but he got the ball cleanly. Mason Mount is dribbling, plays it out wide to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta with the cross in, falling to Ben Chilwell on the back post, falls to Timo Werner. Oh, and Timo Werner fluffs it. He's looking for a defensive handball. The referee waves it away, and Chelsea pick the ball up in midfield again. Aston Villa really letting Chelsea have a bundle of this possession here. Mason Mount, again, playing in those half spaces, really getting that ball back out to Azpilicueta and Aston Villa staying deep with that 4 block. Oh, Timo, here's the replay of Timo again. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a defensive handball if I've ever seen one. Outstretched arm, unnatural position, running in. Who was that did that? That looks like it was Nakimba, number 19 from Aston Villa. And then we've got an injury over here in the Tottenham game. Oh, Chelsea are just laying these chances on. Bill Chilwell with another cross. I kind of like Reece James being back there, being able to run the balls, being able to collect things. Both him and Rudiger. It's plenty of pace alongside Thiago Silva. Ooh, huge long ball from. Oh, look, go Ben Chilwell. Oh, wow. I don't know if you guys saw this replay, but Reece James with a huge cross-field ball from right to left. Ben Chilwell running down that left channel. Dinks the ball over the Aston Villa defender, runs around him, and just the other center back clears it away for a corner. But Reece James just has a wand of a foot. Like, if you give him space back there and allow him to pick his head up and pick a pass, like, whew, this man is dangerous. All right, Chelsea corner here. 19th minute. Kind of decent corner. Timo Werner just completely missing the ball again. He looks really off the pace today. I don't know, it just seems out of sync. That's kind of the story of his entire Chelsea tenure, but rips a shot and pretty easily palmed away by Martinez. You know, his pace keeps center backs honest and, doesn't allow them to play forward a lot, but he really needs more of an end product. The iPad has quit working. Very frustrated. For those of you who are just tuning in, Giorgio is trying a lot of the new technology in the office and wants to be able... Oh, there we go. Now it's working again. Oh, look at that. And this is Giorgio a little bit closer up. Yeah, kind of would like to be able to control things from an iPad. I don't know. I'm bougie like that. Let's see how what's going on in the chat. See how you guys are doing today. We got Elon G. He says, what's up? We got Katie A. She says, just exclamation points, which just think is excitement. So, I'm excited you're here too. Reed White says most of Papa's Army is here. Papa's Army merch will be coming soon. As we finished a lot of the renovations here at the studio and as Ross and Jesse move back and Fake Dan finally starts putting things back where he finds them, then Papa can do a lot more cool things like this and can do more crazy ratchet things as well, like the New Year's show. I'm thinking about getting a new producer desk, so I'm going to float this idea as well. Giorgio's going to fuck someone on the producer desk and then cut it up with a chainsaw, because clearly this is just an homage to episode 100. And, obviously we can't air that even on Patreon. I probably could, but I doubt I can find a girl to be okay with it. I will videotape or live stream me cutting it up with a chainsaw after I bust a big load all over it. Trying to do like renovations as well with some content added to it. Just thinking for you guys. Also, if you're just tuning in, there will be a crypto show, and I believe it will be daily and probably early in the morning, possibly from my bed. Not quite sure yet. We had the Ghost Bed guys in the studio recently. They are officially not giving us any more Ghost Beds. Shouts out to them. Thank you. We have you've given us a lot of beds. You've given Jack a bed. You've given Dan at least 50. Ross at least 5 or 6 more. He does still need a new bass. His bass got kind of messed up in that blood. But yeah, go ahead and go to Ghost Bed and buy a bed for us, and they'll be happy. They left the gel. I should go get the gel real quick. I think it's over there by the producer station. I'm going to go get that. All right, guys. So I'm sure all of you have already seen this, but this is the 3D Matrix. Oh, Chelsea with the ball. Oh, come on, Christian Pulisic with the late run and Mason Mount with the cutback. You've got to test the keeper there. Like, Christian, like America's sweetheart. Also, if you don't like soccer and you kind of want to get into soccer because you love me and you know that I love soccer and you want to be a part of my life, Chelsea should be your team because America's best player plays for Chelsea. And probably the only American player who's doing anything big on the world stage is Christian Pulisic right now. And he just fluffed a chance to put Chelsea up 1-0 in a very crucial game. And none of you know this, but at the end of last season, he came on real big at the end of the season to save us and to have us secure top 4. And we really looked forward to him this year, but he kept being injured. So if he could kind of keep his hamstring in place and start getting back on that score sheet, big things for the American lad. And then we can finally say America's the best at everything because we know we are in America. But back to this Matrix. As soon as they brought this in, the first thing that I told them, actually, I'm gonna go a little bit closer. Let's go. Oh shit. Yeah, let's go over here. Forgot what camera angle we were on. My bad, guys. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they brought this, and I said, I'm gonna fuck it, and they weren't too happy about that. But yeah, you can just kind of fold it, and then let me go to the wide. Yep. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now back to soccer. Go buy Ghost Bed. 25th minute here in the Chelsea-Aston Villa game. Chelsea's been peppering the goal the entire time, but Villa with a little bit of possession here now. Let's see what they do with it. I don't think much. I think they're probably just going to try to hold the ball here for a second and catch a little breath. They haven't been getting the ball to Jack Grealish. That's really all they've got at this point. Grealish was teaming up with Ross Barkley really good, the Chelsea loanee to Villa. But Ross tore his hamstring and never really got his place back in the team. And I don't think there's really a place for him at Chelsea anymore either. Boom. Oh, Chelsea with a nice interception. A couple 1-2, but looks like Mason lost it out there on the right. Oh, yeah, back to the chat. You guys probably liked me fucking that Ghost Joe. Caleb says, I cut off your AO. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Ross has offered to circumcise me for free, but I keep turning him down because, I want him to at least do one fan first. I know he's done a lot of amateur circumcisions, but I want him to do at least one fan before I let him get up in there. Ooh, Jack Grealish with a nice step over, gets the cross in, but Reece James was there to deflect it away. Kovacic picks the ball up in midfield with a nice run through, and then also gives the ball away. Kovacic, known for his dribbling, not known for his breaking pace. This is a really wide open game right now. Bertrand Traore tries to curl one in the corner, but goes wide. This will give the teams a quick second to reset. and a goal kick from Edouard Mendy, who's really been a breath of fresh air for Chelsea this season. Can't say enough good things about Edouard Mendy. And Kepa's kind of seen a tiny resurgence. He looks amazing in the FA Cup. I know that the FA Cup final didn't really go as according to plan, and that little mix-up between Jorginho, Kurt Zouma, and him for the goal was kind of frustrating, but you know, Kepa might not be the best keeper or the most expensive keeper in the world or worth the most money in the world, but, you know, I hope he stays at Chelsea. I'd like to see him and Edouard Mendy battle it out for the number one spot for a few years. Elon G says get a Rabby to do it. You know, I thought they were only allowed to cut Jewish dicks. Chelsea need to not give the ball away in midfield like that. Aston Villa with another chance on goal. Like, they're picking the ball up in midfield, running and getting a shot away. And especially, Kovacic again, just getting chased down from behind, giving up the ball, and that's making Thiago Silva backpedal. Like, it's giving away the shot from distance. Thiago can't press the player when he's running at him. He doesn't have the legs to chase back, so he's got to give him a yard or two of space, which opens up that shot from outside. Yeah, man, that's not what we need. Chelsea do not need to go down 1-0 early and then have Aston Villa sit back. It's exactly their game plan, and Chelsea need to capitalize on a lot of this dominance, which has been a huge issue for them all season long. Well, for the entirety that I've been a fan, Chelsea have had trouble capitalizing on dominance. Except for when Didier Drogba or Thiago Costa are our strikers. For some reason, during those spells, we did all right. And I think we need a big number 9 up front. Just someone who's angry, nasty, going to elbow some frickin' center defenders. Yeah, I can bring the chat up here, too. So it's not on my phone. AJ Gamble says the best gift the Jewish community gave the West was definitely circs. All women should thank them. If there's any women out there, let me know in the chat if you prefer circed or uncirced. I'm sure this has been discussed before through countless times with the Drinking Bros history, but I don't want to start it up again because, you know, we got a lot of new people working here. So, circed or uncirced, let me know in the chat. Yeah. I think I'm the only guy still sleeved in the office. I'm not quite sure. We'll take a poll on that on Monday. Make sure to hit me up on Monday during the Monday morning recap, and we'll do a round table of who's circed and who's not circed. Oh, Michael Johnston, thank you, with an actual soccer question. He's asking me, what do you think of the VAR decision in the FA Cup final? I think you're talking about the offsides, disallowed goal. You know, VAR is a double-edged sword. You win some, you lose some. If you asked me if I would rather have won the FA Cup and lost the match to Leicester in the league, I would say no. I'd rather it, you know, go out the way it happened. But, you know, inches. And that is the offsides rule. I think we need to look at the offsides rule if we're going to apply such a strict form of VAR. If we're going to, you know, measure it down to the millimeter, I think if any part of the attacker is onsides, then the goal should count, not if any part of their body is offsides. I think Arsene Wenger is the one who proposed that, and I think it would just have a lot more goals to the game. I think it would add a lot more fun. It would cause defense to play back a lot more versus trying to use the offsides trap. So yeah, that might change football. You might not see as much pressing. You might not see the giga press from Liverpool. I think Man City's press will still be fine because the way they press in their 3 lines and they're so tight together and they just kind of starve teams with the ball. But I think you'd definitely see Liverpool take a hit from that. But yeah, good question. For those of you who don't know, Chelsea lost the FA Cup final 2 years in a row. This year to Leicester City 1-0, and last year to Arsenal, I believe it was either 1-0 or 2-0. Can't quite remember. I tend to forget those cup losses. All right, Ben Chilwell down the left with acres of space. With a nice cross in. Oh, yeah, just no one on the end of it. This is, again, where Giroud, that running to that near post. Chilwell with the quick throw in. Kovacic on the left. All right, AJ says, legit question, why is offsides a thing? I think offsides is a thing to keep from goal poaching, basically having one person stand at the other end of the field the entire time, and whenever you get the ball, just lumping it to them. I think it's supposed to promote intricate play with the ball, more so, which it's healthier for the sport. I agree with the offsides rule, similarly to hockey, because booting the ball back and forth and goal poaching isn't that interesting to watch, versus like a bunch of slick passes in a way to move a team from one position to another and work the ball around them. But this such rigid offsides with to precision accuracy of computers is a little much. The rule was never intended for that. The rule was intended to be judged by the human eye, the linesman. And don't even get me started on the linesman, because they will never do anything. They leave it up to the referee. All right, so the whole VAR controversy as well is VAR, they're showing you the replay, and this is for more subjective calls. They'll show you the replay, but they'll still stick up for the referee on the field. It's like this ego thing that the referees have, that they're like the god of the football match. And the guys in the VAR booth don't have the balls to call them back on it. Fouls in the box for sure, and guys making a meal of things and winning penalties and winning free kicks. Just don't even get me started. All right, Michael Johnson here. Another good question. He says VR is kind of a good thing, which helps offsides. It's just bad they made the decision of who won the cup last week. Yeah, I agree. And okay, one, we have to all agree that instant replay is awesome. It feels good, especially for us at home viewing through the television. Because it's drama and then more drama and then more drama, all from the comfort of our seat. But being in the stadium, it's miserable. And that's a whole nother conversation. Is the game being tailored for the television audience? Because that's where all the money comes from. The money comes from the broadcasting rights. So, are they shaping football into a more broadcast-friendly, digestible product? Maybe. That's kind of the whole point of the Super League, was to get these brands and these teams that people know. It's more tailored to the casual fan. I hate that term, but someone who doesn't know every team's name and doesn't follow every team in the league, who hasn't been a fan of football since a young lad. So I get it, and it is kind of fun to see the biggest names in sports play each other all the time. Getting to see Chelsea play Real Madrid this year was amazing. We've been waiting for that for so long. I thought Eden Hazard was going to come good and spoil the party, but he didn't. And seeing these super matchups is special. Maybe if we saw that every year, it wouldn't be as special. I don't know. And not being able to have relegation, I think, just solidifies the big brands. And, we don't get a Leicester Cup or a Leicester, 2016 story again. The 5,000 to 1 odds winning the Premier League. You don't get those stories. You get the same teams every year. So kind of glad the Super League didn't happen. Rant over. Grealish standing over this ball, it looks like. A little free kick action. Oh, no. Grealish let it sit. Ball's bouncing around, falls to a Villa player. Kovacic kind of tries to clear it away. Bertrand Traore running to pick it up. Aston Villa are going to keep possession here. I'm just always nervous when Chelsea give away a set piece. Nothing. We just give away the dumbest, easiest goals. Okay, Grealish stayed back, picks the ball up down, dribbles in the box. Ooh, nice. Azpilicueta getting that ball away. And it's exactly what I was talking about, AJ. If you're watching along with me, Grealish was just hanging down there. towards the end of the goal, picks the ball up, right around the box, 1 or 2 steps, beats a defender, and then he, almost has a shot on goal. So, it just says cheerleaders in soccer would be dope. I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm not a fan of the cheerleader. And hot take on this. I'm not a fan of the cheerleader during the event. Halftimes, yes. Breaks, yes. But then it's almost like its own little exhibition, or its own little entertainment spectacle in between sporting spectacles. But having cheerleaders like a tied to the team, just, I don't know, it feels weird. Like, I want them to be strippers, but they're not. And I think we all feel the same about that. Or maybe it's just me. Let me know in the chat if you want cheerleaders to be strippers and to treat them as such. But, then they're taking pictures with kids with cancer. And you're like, I don't want Brandy with an eye to take a picture with a kid with cancer. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. This Killcliff is hitting the spot. I switched over to the Flamin' Geo. All the CB is gone, so CBD is gone. So thank you, Hot Bob, for drinking it all. Or hiding it. I'm not sure which one, but I can't find any. Oh man, lots of buffering. People are saying I'm gonna go see what's over on the other computer and check the monitors real quick. But that's not cool. I don't want buffering. I'm not talking about controversial things. Maybe I was. I don't know. I didn't say the V word or the C word. Did say the P word though. Big fan of the P word. Yeah, so I am, for some reason, still getting throttled. I don't know why YouTube won't take it. I don't know if YouTube needs some kind of lube. I don't know if this channel is also canceled. It's no problem on our end, which is annoyingly frustrating. But I'm going to try. I'm going to be here. I'm going to stay with you guys, mostly because I'm going to watch this game and I'm super invested. But let's talk about other things I love about soccer is that scarves are a big part of the sport. So, like, who doesn't want to wear a scarf or have a reason to wear a scarf? It's a great accessory. Looks good while podcasting. Let me know in the chat if you think it looks good while podcasting. And it's a nice way to accent any outfit and then say you're also a part of your team. You don't have to be gaudy. You don't have to wear a jersey. Like, if you're a hockey fan, it's either the graphic tee. Oh, Timo Werner breaking down the right. Gets the ball in. Mason Mount cut back. Out. Corner. Nah, looks like free kick. But yeah, back to these scarves. They're fucking great. And back to why hockey sucks is who wants to wear a full, like, freaking, what are they called, sweater? Who's going to wear a full sweater? You can't wear a sweater in the summer. Then you're just wearing a graphic tee, and you're just shouting, "Go Blues," which is also what you shout if you're a Chelsea fan, because we are also the Blues. Yeah, I'm just rambling here. Chelsea with the corner. And Villa kind of cleared away, but only to Mason Mount, who plays it back to Werner on the left. Werner sending it. Ew, what was that? It was like a oddly looping cross to the back post, but easily caught by the goalkeeper. Hot take. Timo Werner is the new Fernando Torres. Hot take. Also, I think he's been offsides more than Morata. So Chelsea are still in search of a number 9. If any of you don't know what that means, we've spent a lot of money. We broke the British transfer record in 2011 for Fernando Torres, who had just came off 2 knee surgeries and was never the player he was for Liverpool ever again. Then we spent 65 million pounds on Alvaro Morata from Juventus, who was really only an impact substitute and was supposed to be the next big striker. Did absolutely nothing besides be offsides all the time. And then we've bought a bunch of old guys. We bought Rodrigo Falcao, Pato. Who else have we brought in that's super old? Olivier Giroud. So, yeah. Tough time to be a Chelsea striker. Oh, Reece James with a little push there in the box. All right. Do not fuck with Reece James. He is massive. Oh, no. Bertrand Traore coming back to spoil Chelsea's party. Aston Villa with the corner. They play it to the center circle in the center of the box. And Bertrand Traore smashes it into the ground, and it bounces up into the corner. The keeper can't even get a hand on it, and Chelsea are down 1-0. With 2 minutes left in this first half, the former Chelsea youth product, Bertrand Traore, with the goal. Tuchel is so mad. He is chewing his gum so hard. Wow. Set pieces. I mean, we talked about that earlier today. That looks like Timo Werner should have picked up that runner. Just caught ball watching. Oh, I mean, great finish. Great finish. Oh, man. Mendy dives the right way, but can't get a hand on it. Oh, man, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Elon G says later, and it says live latency at 0. And then AJ's, okay, back to the cheerleader discussion. He says dance teams are always harder than cheerleaders. I agree, AJ. We all know that is the truth. They also aren't as stuck up. I think the dance team girls were not quite as prissy as the cheerleaders, so they are always more willing to hang out with Papa. Also, if any of you are wondering, I think I'll be doing OPA this week on Tuesday, if you want to see me do some stand-up. And then Wednesday night, I'll be at WTF as well. Got a couple new bits about dick pics and guns. You can see me do those. Or if you're out there and you're willing to help me, I need help taking a dick pic with a gun. It's the angle. I can't get the gun and the angle in the right spot, and it's a whole issue. Oh, man. Aston Villa with another free kick. If we give up another cheap goal here, God, this is exactly what we don't need to happen. Floats outside, falls. Goal kick, I think, for Mendy. 2 minutes of added time, thanks to Hubbolt. I don't know what that is, but they sponsored the extra time. Oh, man. What do we do? What do we do here at halftime? Who do we put in? Do we see a Callum Hudson-Odoi introduction? But for who? I could see someone with some legs and some pace, trying to, not afraid to get a shot away. Does he come in for Pulisic? Does he come in for Werner? Does he come in for Azpilicueta? Does he come in for Reece James and move Azpilicueta to the right center back position? Oh, man, this is where you see the heart. You see if Chelsea have the heart to come back here. After losing that FA Cup match, if we lose here, let's put in all our eggs in that Champions League basket. This could set up from what was going to be a cup double historic season for Chelsea to a giant failure. We've got a little scuffle here between Kovacic and Bertrand Traore. Kind of a late tackle from Kovacic. Looks like, Elon G says, record the stand-up. No, I can't record it. The jokes aren't ready to be released, so you got to come watch me do them. But it's a good 3 to 5 minutes on taking dick pics with a gun. All right. Oh, wow. Timo Werner just, with the yellow card, just fouling Bertrand right after he gives the ball. Wow. What are we doing here? And Timo's holding up one, like it's the first foul I've committed. One foul and you give me a yellow card. So Grealish plays it short. and then Traore just, plays the ball into space and takes off, and Timo with a real shitty foul here. Oh, God. I don't know if this is Chelsea cracking under the pressure or getting frustrated out here, but I like Grealish whips in another cross, bounces around, but looks like out of play for a goal kick. And that'll most likely be halftime. And yes, that is halftime. Liverpool up 1-0 on Crystal Palace, which means they're taking all 3 points from this game. Leicester City up 1-0, I believe, still against Tottenham, which means they're getting all the 3 points. Oh, man. Oh, no, Tottenham came back and tied it up. Okay, that is a saving grace right now. Woo. Who did that? That was Harry Kane. Harry Kane, who's just put in a transfer request, by the way, from Tottenham. So I wonder if he's going to be leaving in the summer and where he's going to go. Tied it up. God, that is really good news for Chelsea. Let's go to that live table right now. Leicester tie here, they would be on 67. Chelsea lose, they would also be on 67. Chelsea would go through on goal differential. So if everything stays the same here, Liverpool would jump Chelsea into third with 69 points. Chelsea would end on 67. Leicester would end on 67. But Chelsea with the plus 23 goal differential to Leicester's plus 20 would see them be number 4 and make it into the Champions League. Woo! Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Man. Papa's nervous, guys. I don't know how to tell you all this, but I love Chelsea. And I really need them to be in the Champions League because it's very, very important. All the best teams play in the Champions League. If you're not sure what that is the top 4 teams from England, the top 3 teams from Italy, top 3 teams from Germany, top 4 teams from Spain, and top 3 teams from France, as well as the league champions from Portugal and Turkey, all play a tournament during the season against each other, and it's usually where you see the greatest teams from all around the world play each other in club football. The likes of Barcelona, the likes of Real Madrid. I believe Atletico Madrid actually clinched the title this year for La Liga. Is today no, that's League 1 in France. Is Lille going to beat PSG in League 1 in France? I haven't really been paying attention, but it looks like that title's going to come down to the final day, too. That would be huge for Lille. They haven't won a title since Eden Hazard was there. But let's go ahead and bring up, not the La Liga. No, why do I not? Why is it Premier League Champions? Oh, Primera Division. We just title it something different. Yeah, Atletico are at the top. Oh, wow. Atletico won. Man, signing Luis Suarez from Barcelona really did them well. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Michael Johnson says Chelsea are the only team that can beat Man City in the tournament. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think Man City walks through every other team other than Chelsea, and they both play a very control-based system, and, Tuchel and Pep, both amazing managers, been in the game a very long time. Yeah, I think we have the athleticism to stay with them, and without an out-and-out number 9, they're going to have a hard time breaking Chelsea down. Like a prime Aguero, like say Aguero comes out and plays 2015 Sergio Aguero, Man City win the Champions League. He gets the walk-off home run that he deserves. He goes down as, right there with Alan Shearer, Didier Drogba, Thierry Henry as, some of the Premier League's best strikers. I think he cements his name in the Hall of Fame there. Is there an asterisk if he never wins a Premier or Champions League title? Maybe. I say no. I still say he goes down as one of the best strikers in the Premier League history, but it'd be real nice for him to put that little cherry on top. I think Chelsea come away with it. I think it's so hard to win your first Champions League title. They've been in the finals before. Have they? No, they've never been in the finals. No, they've always lost in the semis to Liverpool and to other teams. Yeah, it's hard to win your first final. I remember, it was '08, Chelsea, Man United, and they dominated that entire game, but, just coming down to penalties and anything can happen. Nico wants to know, I need the betting odds if the Blue Dragons will go back-to-back repeat champions. What Ross didn't tell you is the Blue Dragons were a two-man team. And whenever one of their star players were out, they lost. They did took that 1L last year that Ross doesn't like to talk about. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they get those two ringers back, I think the Blue Dragons could go back-to-back champs. If they don't, Ross is going to need to recruit. He's going to need to get out there and find his next superstar. James Hayes says, you guys mentioned going to a Rockies game in the future. I'm sure we will. I have no idea when that would be, nor would I have any interest in going to it. I hate baseball. The last time I went to a baseball game, I drank 6 margaritas and bought a bunch of cryptocurrency that is now worth almost nothing. Speaking of which, I have put the Coinbase app in the Do Not Touch folder inside my phone, and I feel like a heroin addict because watching the market go down just makes me want to buy more and more coin. And oh my God. This is oh God. Oh God. Stop looking at it. Need to not look at it. And I need Chelsea not to be down 1-0. Oh, wow. This is a terrible morning for Papa G. If you could just give me some love in the chat, that'd be great. Because this is not a good morning. Not a good morning at all. In my personal life, Papa G is still single, looking to mingle, hitting up Insta thoughts all over the world, debating on flying some girl in from Chicago. But, I feel bad about that because I figure there's enough poon here in Austin. I just got to look for it. But looking for it takes time. And, I'm in the studio a lot. So if any of you know any high-class prostitutes that Papa might like, send them my way. Like the real good kind you can take out to dinner. Like Brandy with a Y. Yeah, nothing there. Anything new on Tinder? Okay. Jen says, what's your current favorite song or all-time favorite book? Well, why wouldn't you want to know my all-time favorite song or my current favorite book? Also, hi, how are you? Well, let's see what you look like, Jen. Jen, you are 32 years old. And your About Me says, I'm an amalgamation of dueling dichotomies. I believe Dan Holloway would tell you to get fucked. And yeah, you have some shitty retro tattoos. Let's go ahead and unmatch. BC says, good morning. BC is overweight. Hashtag not fat shaming. Let's check all the other dating apps and see what's going on those. And this is what we do during halftime. Halftime is for the dating apps. And all right, you're a bot. All right, now that we're caught up on that, let's go back to the chat. Oh, man. AJ Gamble says 32 is too old. And he says ETH is going down faster than one of those fat college grads Papa was boring about last night. Well, the good news is Papa has a full ETH now. So, I feel pretty happy about that. Now I need ETH to go back up to $4,000. But yeah, ETH is under $2,000. I converted my Bitcoin into ETH, which lost me money on that Bitcoin from when I bought it. Yeah, I've been chasing this market and it's been terrible, but that should not discourage you from getting in. And also, this is not financial advice. I'm also not upset about it at all. My position is pretty good in some of these other altcoins, and when we see the market correct, everything will be fine. And to be honest, this is just the whales kind of pushing us around. If you actually look at the volume index, you can see quite a bit going on. So that's just the whales moving stuff from one place to another, driving this market down so they can acquire more at this position. But we can make sense of what all those terms mean in the crypto show that'll be coming out. And AJ says, "Yep, I have 2 ETH and I am like a junkie." That's exactly what happened. ETH, just get you that ETH right now. ETH, I don't even know how to describe it, but just every time you buy more of it and you see it go up a little bit, and it's just at that price point where you're like, when it hits 10K, when it hits 40K, you're going to be happy. Yeah, there will be a flippening. Bitcoin will probably be some sort of gold standard. There is too much global currency already tied up in it as a reserve standard. I really wouldn't worry too much about the inefficiencies of it. You can mine Bitcoin efficiently. They've been talking about banning the mining of Bitcoin in China for 5 or 6 years now. People just recycle these articles when the market is down to scare you even more. It's all a giant conspiracy. But yeah, there are plenty of huge mining facilities in Iceland and Greenland that can mine Bitcoin efficiently, that can control the heat reduction, that are powered off of solar and wind turbine. Anyone got a river or a dam? Papa will go set up a hydroelectric Bitcoining facility somewhere. Also, if you haven't understood how hydroelectric dams work, it is so efficient. So they let all the water flow down when energy is real expensive to produce up a bunch of energy, sell it off, and then when energy is high again or is low again, then they use that energy to push it back up. So it's really just like playing the market, but with water, and it's hilarious. Big fan of hydroelectric dams. AJ says, just mine it under the pool and it will be heated. Heat as a byproduct we look at as a negative thing instead of as a resource, because we also use energy to produce heat. So it's like, how do you bottle and store this heat? Steam powered things are one thing. Using it to power a pool, using it to heat your home in the winter. Linus Tech Tips had a bunch of cool videos about that and as far as the efficacies of mining Bitcoin. But, if you're using a place of the heater in your living room, well, why not? Why not have your heater also, make you $30 a day? Maybe that's what I'll do too. All right, we're in halftime. And there's 15 of you here. I might as well leak, and we're talking crypto. We might as well leak what the new show there's going to be. The new show is going to be a new Patreon, and this is not just a way for me to siphon more money out of you guys. It's to keep things organized. There will be $1, $5, and $10 tier as well. There will be daily episodes. It'll be basically a market watch in the morning. We're going to pick a coin. We're going to read a white paper. We're going to see what I understand about it, what I can explain to you about it, how many words we understand in this white paper. There will be random episodes as well, crypto introduction episodes. What is the blockchain? What is cryptocurrency? What are exchanges? But every morning, I'm going to take the monthly Patreon amount, and I'm going to double that. So Papa's going to match every dollar that you give him on the Patreon, and then we're going to divide that by 30, and we're going to invest that amount each morning in a new cryptocurrency. And so you guys can watch where all this money goes, what does well, what does poorly, and we're all either going to get rich together, or you can watch me go clinically insane and lose all of my money. And I think that'd be interesting as well. I'm thinking I don't know how long we're going to do it for yet, either 6 months or a year. I think it'd be fun. I think we would learn a lot. I think we'd go down some of these altcoins that no one knows about, figure out what they are, what their purpose is, what their plans are, what the project is. Because it's all different applications of this technology and how blockchain technology basically verification technology can be used in the future. So that'll be a fun little experiment that I'm putting on, and will be a new morning show. Looks like the Tottenham Leicester City game has just got underway again. Why is that playing on both TVs? Hold on a second. I need to switch one back to the Chelsea game. We are back from halftime, by the way. Nope. The TV Fubo lied to me, and I guess the other game hasn't started yet. So now they're just playing the Tottenham Leicester game on both channels, on NBC Live and USA. Avery Teese gave me $5 and said, "Trash coins are the best coins." By Shiba Inu, this is not financial advice. I think meme coins do have a place. I think meme coins do have a place in the market. I mean, I talked to you guys as well already about designing my own coin, either Brobucks or the Bro coin, just a simple ERC20 token. Having it in place of an IPO, having it in place of stock, it's not a terrible idea. And yeah, it's not even it's like everyone likes to use the example of Beanie Babies. It's like I still like Beanie Babies. I still collect trading cards. Like I don't invest in these things solely because they're going to increase in monetary value. It's not just a speculative asset. Sometimes I like having them. I like having the super rare something, say piece of merchandise from a video game that I loved as a child. Why did I spend, $500 on the exclusive unwrapped box set? It's just some of that stuff's cool to me, and it has personal value as well. So I think, these meme coins could have personal value. When the market supply is absolutely insane, I think it becomes a little much, which kind of gets us into that NFT realm as well. That's basically the same thing. Instead of a coin, it's a piece of artwork, but it's still just digital and secured to the blockchain. AJ says, "I want a bunch of coins to swim in like Scrooge McDuck." And it doesn't quite work like that. I've tried it, and it hurts. Imagine just jumping into a pile of metal, and that's what it's like. It's the viscosity, the density. It's way denser than water. That's what I'm looking for. That's the science term I'm looking for. Maybe it's not. Someone correct me in the chat. Also, Avery T, thank you for the super chat, but if you're gonna give me $5, go subscribe to the crypto Patreon. It'll probably be live after the show. I'll plug it again on the Monday morning recap tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun way for all of us to be junkies together, and then also learn something. I think we could all learn a little bit, stuff we can teach our friends. Because right now it all is. Oh, Kovacic with a nice run, blazing through the middle. Can we do something with this breakaway? Mason Mount releases Werner down the right. Werner with the cutback. It's a Pulisic. Oh, kind of scuffed the shot. Was that Tarrant? Oh yeah, bounced off Tarrant. So now we're going to go in for a Chelsea corner. AJ Gamble says at Reed, and what's your sign? That's so real. I keep a copy of my birth chart in my Dropbox, and when I'm hitting on girls at bars, I just send them my birth chart. One, because it's absolutely ridiculous, and two, it makes every astrology girl wet. They're just like, oh, I want to read it. Oh, we're so meant to be. It's like, sure, take your panties off. Nah, you guys are right. The girls I go after don't wear panties. All right. Chelsea need to come out blazing early. If they get frustrated in the beginning of the second half, I could see it being a long game for us. But also, as far as Leicester and Tottenham stay like this, we still go through. So that's the most important part. It would definitely kill the momentum going into the Champions League game to qualify for the top 4 by losing, but we'll take it any way we can get it. Let me go back to goal.com and see if anything other has changed. Across the league, Arsenal up 1-0 against Brighton Hove Albion. Newcastle up 1-0 against Fulham. I thought they were going down this season. Leeds are up 2-0 against West Brom. Leicester, Tottenham still 1-1. Liverpool up 1-0 against Crystal Palace. Man City up 2-0 against Everton. Sheffield 1-0 against Burnley. West Ham up 2-0 against Southampton. And then Wolves have pulled one back against Manchester United to be 2-1. Go ahead and bring up that live table as well. Oh, it's not the live table. Oh, Chelsea with another yellow card? Let's watch this again. Oh, what happened over here? VAR is checking a penalty claim for Leicester. It looks like Sanchez is roughing with Tielemans over by the referee for a claim that it was... I think it's a foul for sure. I think they're just checking if it was inside or outside the box. Oh, and it looks like they're going to give it. Vardy up for another spot kick. This is exactly what we don't want. We don't want Leicester to go up here. Oh, Leicester go up 2-1. That's all 3 points to Leicester, and that means Chelsea need to come back and win this game to qualify for the top 4. Man, this is not what we want. Vardy run up. Bottom corner. 2-1 to Leicester. Leicester go into 4th place. Chelsea fall into 5th currently. There is still hope. Oh, man, there is not hope. Man. Because if Crystal Palace come back against Liverpool, they will be better than Chelsea on goal differential. Oh, man. This is not what we want, guys. This is not what we want. We need to rally here. We need to rally around our team. Which means we need to lose the shirt. All right, now we're a little bit more comfortable. For some reason, just getting naked feels like the right thing we should do. I'm glad you all are here for me. Whew. Speaking of getting naked, how was the Friday Night Jack Sesh? Sorry, you guys missed me this week. I'll be back next week. AJ said, rally around the family with a pocket full of shells. I think that's a Limp Bizkit lyric. So respect. Respect to Fred Durst. Speaking of like butt rock, like new rock bands, a buddy of mine just did filmed a concert for POD. Yep, they are back touring again. So any of the youth of the nation out there trying to get lit, POD is back. Oh, right, that was Rage. Man. I definitely just mixed up. Oh, God. Aston Villa with a corner here. Oh, we're really about to throw this game away. Oh, man. Do I just cut this stream? Does Papa just get sad and cut the stream and go home and strangle bait? This is bad. This is really bad. All we can hope for now is Tottenham to come back, I think. God. This is bad. This is bad, okay. Mr. Hand, this is bad. This is bad, okay. Okay, this is bad. And there it goes. Villa are up 2-0. Chelsea go down. Last game of the season. Can't hold anything back now. I feel like this is what the crypto show is going to be like. It's going to be a lot of me in the morning just exhaling in desperation. Thiago Silva looks like he's about to cry. Jorginho looks like he always does. And all the Aston Villa fans are celebrating. God damn. Oh, man. I guess I can check these live lines on mybookie.com or .ag. Promo code Drinking Bros will maybe double your deposit. Let's see what the live bet is on Chelsea to come back and win this. Oh, God. The live minus 250 money line. So plus 480. That's not even that great. It's minus 250 for Chelsea to come back and score 3 goals. That's terrible odds, my bookie. The over a 2.5 will probably hit. Chelsea will definitely get 1 back. Will we get 2? I don't know. God. So much dominance in the first half, too. Mason Mount just lets fly from outside the box again. Kicks it out of touch for a goal kick. Whew. This Crystal Palace money line is plus 1,000. And Liverpool is minus 780. This can't be the lifeline. There's no way. This is sad. This is sad, guys. We need Tottenham. We need Tottenham to come back. We need Harry Kane to score another goal. Because if Tottenham tie this up, we can still go through. This is so bad. So bad. Oh, like I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just in awe. I'm in shock. I'm in shock awe. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Michael Johnson asks, is it the right decision to let Frank Lampard go? I mean, yes. Yes, it was the right decision to let Frank Lampard go. Because we bought Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. I think without buying either one of those players and buying Declan Rice, having Frank Lampard as our manager probably would be the best right now. I think Ziyech was the right buy and could have played out right with Mason Mount in the center, Tammy up top, and Christian Pulisic to the right. I think having to fit in Kai Havertz and Timo Werner into the system threw a wrench into Frank Lampard's plan. Timo and Tammy kind of worked well together at the start, but having to fit in Kai and then having to keep everyone happy was just too much. Yeah, I think the 4-3-3 had a shot, but there was no way forward at the end. I think the club put out a release that said they could not see a way that Frank Lampard was going to turn it around, and I don't think he was going to either. He needed a Declan Rice or he needed Conte to be fit all season long, and he just needed Timo to not just be misfiring all season. Like every big striker we buy, like we got to build the team around Mason Mount going forward. And I think having Frank there definitely allowed some of these players to like come to the forefront. Like introducing Mason Mount, Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi to a lesser degree to the team was super important. I don't think that would have happened without Frank Lampard. But he just did not have the managerial chops or savvy to compete at this level, interchanging players like that. Like he definitely motivated the youth and got more out of them than probably the sum of their pieces. But with where we were and the money that we'd spent in the market and the quality of players that we had, we needed someone else to take the team forward. I think hiring a German-speaking manager has helped a lot, especially seeing the resurgence of Tony Rudiger. He still is an athletic freak, as much as he doesn't make good decisions playing in a back two. Reed White asks, is soccer like slavery? I keep hearing about buying people. Well, what's interesting about soccer is if a player wants to change teams, it's just around the teams to decide upon a fee to allow that player to change teams. There's a transfer window at the end of the season and in the middle of the season, similar to basketball, but there are no salary caps. There is nothing. There's just it's the Wild West, and it's amazing. So you see the richest teams in the world go all New York Yankees on people, and it's awesome. And you see players come in from different countries. There's a whole market around it. Quite fascinating. Man, this is... Do Chelsea pull one back here? I think we do. Flag stays down. Flag stays down. Or flag goes up. Flag goes up. Timo Werner is offsides. The most offsides player in the Premier League this season. Because he just stands offsides. And it wasn't Timo, it was Aspie. It's okay. It was Aspie who was offsides, so you can't even really hate on Timo. Man, this is rough. Yeah. What is VAR is checking this? Wow, they're checking the heel versus the toe. I'm confused because by this angle, he looks way offsides. And it looks like that's what they're going to show here now. Because his shoulder, I don't know why. This is an easy decision. His shoulder is off. And this is the annoying part when they go and they check it when it's not a clear and obvious error, or when it's clear. It's like you're wasting game. Players are getting cold. Players are getting frustrated. Jorginho's coming off for Hakim Ziyech. So we'll see. Papa is not happy, guys. Papa is not happy. All we can hope now is that Tottenham come back and tie this up. Harry Kane wants to put another goal up. Thielen with the free kick. Yeah, Tottenham need a breakaway. Fukio says, do you get banned if you show nip? I don't think so. I think male nipple is okay, so I'm going to slide you just a little. I'm going to slide it, and I'm going to rub it. Just a little nip, and then we're covering it up again. Because if you want to see more, go follow Papa on OnlyFans at Just Giorgio on OnlyFans. That's where you can find me. Subscribers have been waning. It's pretty sad. I guess no one wants to see Papa jerk off anymore, but COVID's over. People are coming back. People are going out and doing things. I know you don't have as much time to spend at home staring at my OnlyFans. Ugh. All right, 30 minutes left. We're in the 61st minute. Papa is going to go to the restroom real quick. Sorry to leave y'all on dead air, but I love you. And we're back. Oh, wow, more people came. So if you're just joining us, I know a few of you are, Papa is really depressed. Chelsea are down 2-0 in a game that was a must-win game at the end of our season. Oh, wow, now I'm... Yeah, the Hawk, there's a lot of buffering issues. I'm not really sure what's going on with it. Not a big fan of it. But we're trying to make our way through. Actually, the show is do you guys want to I guess call-in shows can be anything. Like I guess that's pretty much what the Jack Sesh is. But do you want it to be on Drinking Bros? Do you want to talk about in the call-in show versus when? Yeah. We can theoretically do them whenever. I guess hopefully I can get just a line always plugged in somewhere, so like every show can technically be a call-in show. I'm just always constantly rewiring things in the studio, trying to get it officially done for the final time. There's a lot of seats and microphones in here, and people who need headphones, and then whenever we have guests in, so. Having a final solution to the studio has been kind of hard. I don't know if I can use that phrase. Timo spinning with the ball, playing it forward. Chelsea just rushing things forward, and Ziyech was offsides. Look to Chelsea to get more and more frustrated, to just bunt balls forward and run after them. Everyone's going to start playing like an individual. Yeah, I don't see us coming back from this. It's just... I think this is the end of our season, guys. Oh, man. Like, maybe there could be a big rally in the Champions League final. I mean, anything can happen in a cup final. Like, let's be honest. But, losing the FA Cup and then losing this 2-0 right now does not bode well. Does not bode well at all. Speaking of which, the iPad's dead. AJ says when I don't show up for work tomorrow, people are going to come look for me. See if I've strangle baited with this scarf. First of all, if you're a trained strangulation expert, leather belt and neon is the way to go. Something with a little bit more rigidity. Cotton's going to break too easily. Going to rub the neck the wrong way. You need something that'll support you. You think that leather would be bad, but a high quality leather is actually soft enough to really give you what you need for that strangulation purposes. And it's all about the levity as well, like the height versus the Chelsea around the box here, something? No. By the way, are we still alive? Let me go check this cache real quick. Yeah, I just switched over to the program monitor, and I'm getting this error message that says full. So basically, I'm trying to send data to YouTube, and then it's all clear on my end, like the pipes aren't backed up at all. But then as soon as it gets to YouTube, YouTube's like, no, all Mutombo, and just smacks my shit. And I guess doesn't accept it. And I guess because it doesn't want me to broadcast to you guys. So I'm gonna I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll try to fix it somehow, but I'm sorry. I have like kind of another theory / plan that I could do, but not very happy about it, to be honest. I might just kill this stream because it's going to buffer so much. But I love all of you, and just know that Papa promises not to strangle bait too hard after all these losses today. Super unfortunate.